Hey, Nightwolf. Wondering how far I can zoom in on this. It's weird that they would spend so much time and money on a swamp. I need to walk through there. But at night it's dark in there. Can't remember what they call it. I guess people get married out there. There's some weird stuff here. Like this. I don't know, I guess it's not ugly out there. I need to walk back there. Maybe tomorrow. The sunset. This darn building is blocking my view of the sunset, which is probably pretty spectacular at this point. There's a Tesla charging station. Thought I'd go live just for a few minutes. I'm gonna go get a nice juicy steak somewhere. Almost missed the sundown. It was beautiful yesterday, but I was busy working and I couldn't go live. There's like an outdoor fireplace. They have like 3 or 4 of them here, which is bizarre. Gotta love that global warming. And I'm not sure what the name of those mountains are. Each particular one. Oh, there's a fire or something. Is that a fire? Yeah. Well, that could be one of the old trains, I guess. So I could hear them. Hello, Brent. Yeah, that could be a train exhaust. Let's hope it's just a train. It's air pollution. This was probably the golden hour, I would imagine. Darn building in the way of a beautiful sunset this evening. Okay, more smoke. I was hoping to see a few swans in there. That water must be toxic. I have not seen any birds, ducks, anything in it. If I see more smoke, I might as well turn on the police scanner and find out what the heck's going on over there. Oh, there's one bird. Running away, flying away. I almost slept the afternoon away. I was working really early this morning, and then I got back here and kind of dozed off. Beautiful temperature today too. Oh, look at that. 24 people. Like and subscribe. Let me back out. Let's see. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah, I think we might have an active fire. I was hoping that was just a train, but it looks like there's a fire, in my opinion. It's growing. That's not a train at this point. Oh yeah, that would be cool. I would like one, but it'd be nice if someone gifted me one. Because it's just one more toy that I don't know, that I wouldn't use every day. But here comes a train over that way. Can't see it. Oh yeah, I can see the top of it. That's about it. So I was thinking that the smoke here had to do with an old train, but I don't know. The Union Pacific. Yeah, it'd be cool to actually take a drone over those mountains. I'd assume that if I had a drone that could do that, it'd be very expensive. Maybe they're putting the fire out at this point, hoping. In the old days, I could turn on a scanner and find out generally what's going on everywhere around me, but now they do the whole valley, so you hear like everything. I used to be able to localize what was going on. Oh, I was talking today to a paralegal about that. She said she almost lost her home recently due to a fire up in some of those mountains, probably mountains a little north of there. It's very dry. We haven't gotten enough rain. We're technically in a drought. And I thought there'd be more sea-type birds like pelicans or, I don't know, seagulls. So we do have migratory bird refuge nearby, but they obviously like it there better than they do here. And I just woke up from a long nap, so I thought I'd at least document this a little bit, or go live for a moment. I'm not at a casino. I was just joking around. Yeah. There's these type of homes that I was interested in at one time called dome homes that apparently they're fire resistant, but you know, it depends on how what kind of fire I guess you're in, but they're made of cement. I think it'd be cool to have a dome home, but I don't know that their resale value, I think they're hard to sell. It'd be something you buy and you probably keep the rest of your life, and they're hurricane resistant. They even handle missiles really well too. Not that we generally launch any around here very often. Be nice if the Air Force flew over right now. I know there's a certain time that they take off to do their little patrols around here. I documented the sound of it a couple days ago. It'd be nice if they would just do a flyby. They usually go out that way towards Nevada, out to the desert. Yeah, I don't know about that smoke. There's a lot of industrial air. Oh, I hear sirens now. But the smoke's not getting worse, in my opinion. It's dissipating. And you guys probably can see better than I can on this. It's getting dark now, but the phone is still doing a good job. I don't know, but it's, you wouldn't want to probably stay in one during a fire, but the contents inside would probably be okay. The geodesic dome homes. I mean, there's ones called monolithic dome homes. They probably have the same properties. They withstand, high winds, fires. Like if I was living up in the mountains in a forest, I'd probably want a dome home, or perhaps I think brick would be pretty good. And brick with a metal roof. They've got these roofs now that are guaranteed for 100 years, but they're not like guaranteed to be fireproof. It's just the likelihood of you coming home to your place still being there might be a chance. But it depends what kind of fire. It seems like the fires they had in Lahaina, Maui, I don't know, they melted stuff. That was an intense fire that, who knows what started it, but maybe there was a little wind. With an intense fire and a little bit of wind, it probably can become like a blowtorch. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, one of these days you're going to be 45 years old and go, where did all the time go? Where did all the time go? I was talking to someone about that this morning. Where all the time went. Went up in smoke, like what's happening over there. It looks like whatever it is, they've got it out. Where it's ended. That'd be funny, it's a crematorium. Oh, it's just the mortuary getting rid of some loose garbage. I thought this was interesting back here. I'd been here about 40 years ago, and I don't remember this back here. I think this is all man-made. It's probably a swamp back here. I remember I told some guy if he didn't mellow out that I'd throw him over the balcony. And he mellowed out. I made the mistake of bringing or having a little get-together here in high school. And half the high school showed up. But the place has improved since then. I never remembered all this stuff back here. Or that. She wasn't here. She wasn't even born yet. But I tell like one guy, who I know he told his neighbor because we're all friends. And it must have been through the phone. Because this was before social media. This was before you could put stuff on well, it wasn't like there was no internet, but there was no public internet. And frickin' half the high school showed up. I thought I was banned from here. That they'd come in, I check in, they go, oh, by the way, you're 86, you can't stay here. But I got lucky. Breakfast was pretty good, but standard. I'll try to have breakfast tomorrow. I do want to go out and get a steak. Either at I'll find out whose has higher reviews, Texas Roadhouse or this Prairie Schooner place. It's probably Texas Roadhouse. I think they're open till at least 10. I wouldn't mind getting like a ribeye or even, I don't know. Prime rib would be nice, a small prime rib. Well, you probably have 2 more sets of 24, and then that's it. And then I don't know what you're going to do after that. I do have plans in the afterlife, but I can't talk about it right now. That's what say good company. I don't know. That's a boring billboard. Better zoom out. Gets too weird. Well, there's a nice bunch of air pollution for me. That'd be weird if a lightning bolt came out of that. Or a crack of thunder and it's a little bit of lightning. And the sun's almost completely down. I guess this would be sundown, sunset. Oh, and there's a town called Sunset that's over that way. From the road, they do have beautiful sunsets there. I can see why they called it Sunset. And that's where I did see a really spectacular sunset yesterday. On the mountains, now with that sun just hitting them right, they're almost, at least on this, they're almost visible. I can't see them as well as this phone is picking up. As far as I know, there's no one living in those mountains. They could go up there, excavate, and build homes, but it'd just be so treacherous in the wintertime. Nobody'd want to live up there in the winter. Those mountains are about, I'm just guessing, 8,000 to 9,000 foot level. And there are some ski resorts nearby here, but let's see, would there be I wonder if we're looking at, that could be the mouth of Ogden Canyon there. I don't know. I'd have to pull out a map, or too bad it can't tell me. There's a reservoir up there. There's ski resorts. There is homes up in the canyon, but not up on those mountains. There could be some remote cabins up there, but I don't know. I used to go up there more when I was a kid, and I don't live nearby here at all because of the smoke and the pollution. Just kidding. I just don't really like, I don't like Ogden very much. But where I am right now is okay. I used to work up here when I was a kid. So on the phone it almost looks like it's still bright out here. It is not. I can't even see that pond like that. It's dark. All these lights are on. Light pollution. And I feel like having a beer, but I don't think I will. Until I make it home. And I got more work to do next week. I'm going to be busy. Got work to do until the end of the month, and then there's more work to do in October to do some more stuff that I can't really talk about. Maybe I'll focus on these mountains. I can't even see them now hardly, other than their outline. And if I jibber jabber too long here, I'm going to miss dinner, which would be fine. I want to go swimming here, and not in there. That water does not look healthy at all. It's probably runoff from the industrial something. That's what I suspect. We're close enough to the Air Force Base, it could be toxic. Well, we're near the department, or what do they call it? Can't remember. I wanted to say Department of Depot, but not that. Depot Department, Depot something. Not Home Depot. There's a lot of military stuff done around here. And I assume that all that water is probably toxic because there's nothing. Oh, and I think they call it a koi pond, so there's probably fish in there. I'm wondering if I'm getting bit by mosquitoes now. Should have brought some off with me. It's that time of the evening where the mosquitoes start feeding on people. And there's a great source of mosquitoes probably right over there. Wow, 25 people. Maybe this is how I'll get more subscribers. doing stuff like this. I'll be here probably till tomorrow. I could have left earlier today. Yeah, there are mosquitoes. Ugh. And I don't have any bug spray on. Damn it. I had a feeling. And I'm out here in shorts. Probably getting bit to death. It's funny how they can land on you without you sometimes noticing. I already got one on the back of my arm. That's nice. But I got some after bite spray that works, but I don't want to get bit at all. Maybe if I was up higher, a little higher, I wouldn't have to worry about mosquito bites. But I see them northeast. Basically, yeah. Oh, Bear Lake, yeah. I'd love to go up there. They've got clean, clear water that actually comes through here, but by the time the water gets here, it's one of the biggest rivers. The river that comes out of Bear Lake is one of the biggest. It winds around and around. It goes back and forth until it gets down here. And their water probably, here was beautiful until people moved in. But I can't remember. It's a Department of something's out here, like Department of Defense, something like that. They have some depots out here. They store stuff, anything and everything out here. And Hill Air Force Base would be over that hill there. I was just hoping they'd make a showing of they're cool to see some. I don't even know what airplanes they were using, but when I was a kid, it was F-16s go flying by, breaking the sound barrier. And that's pretty much 50% of the employment here is due to the Air Force Base, which is, I don't know, it's probably 10 miles south of here maybe, or 6, I don't know. If I was up on those mountains, I'd have a really cool view of the Air Force Base. It's on a plateau. Oh, wow, am I looking at... There is on top of one of these mountains, there's a radar base, and I think that light on top of the mountain could be... I can't remember what the name of the mountain was. It's not Francis Peak. It might be Francis Peak. I don't know. I used to know the names of all these mountains, and now I've forgotten them, but it looks like a huge golf ball, but I thought I saw it through my lens here. I know even more people show up. Yeah, Southern Idaho, I loved going up there as a kid. And Pocatello, I don't know why I liked Pocatello, because I don't like it now. But we could drink at 8. The drinking age was 18, and we were at 17. Nobody bothered us. Nobody made a big deal about it. But now, people call it Old Pokey now, Pocatello. There's just really nothing to do there. It actually is improved as far as there's nicer homes there, but there's nothing to do. And the food isn't spectacular up there. It seemed more promising when I was a kid, because I could get into a bar, go see a concert perhaps. I don't know, maybe when I was a kid, it's just, we'd go up there in groups and just go have fun. But now I go up there and I go, oh, Pocatello, how boring. Oh, I'm going to have to go in. I have a feeling I am getting bit to death out here. And it's no fun having mosquito bites. I don't want any mosquitoes in my room, for God's sake. Let's see. I can still see the... Maybe I'll just put this up against the window. Oh, I can open the window. You guys can still watch all my stuff. Let's see if I can back out. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, still almost like it. Let's see if it'll hold itself up. I'll be back in a minute here. I gotta do something. The sun is almost down now. Hey, Soup. I don't know if you're still here. I had to walk away for a moment. But I went back inside because I don't want to get bit to death. I know later tonight the mosquitoes will be gone. There's been quite a few people walking by. I don't know what they call this, the something garden. I can't remember. I know they do have a pool here that's open till 10. I'm tempted to, because I haven't gone swimming in a long time, but I either got to go do it now or forever hold my penis. I should have said that. Okay, I'll run that off. Not sure. maybe I'm ready. Maybe I should go swimming. Forget about having a steak tonight. I just wanted to get out of this room. And I was earlier this morning. I got done with my work. Came back here. And it's interesting how they put those little stepping stones in there below the grass. I love the change of colors with the sunsets out here. We do have spectacular sunsets from time to time when it's not storming. I guess a lot of people bring their dogs out here. There's a dog walking park too, adjacent to this. Hello, Darnell. Do you have a good one too? There's a lot of people like creeping around out there. They're wondering, what's this guy doing? I hope to not ever lock myself out on the balcony, but it wouldn't be a big problem. Oh, there's somebody else doing what I'm doing. Oh, look at that. Wow. I love the change of colors in the last few minutes. We got some dark blues, some purple. I guess the sun isn't completely down yet, but it's getting there. And I wonder if I could still see the mountains. See, I didn't even know, I knew those mountains were there, but I couldn't see them last night when I got here. And I assume people get married right about where she's standing. It looks like one of the, I don't know what they'd call that at a wedding. The stockade. Oh wow, look at the orange and the colors of that. It's coming up more purple on the phone, but it's more of an amber and orange on my end. And of course Tesla makes their appearance. There's a charging station there. I used to think you could charge your Tesla for free at these places, but what was I thinking? Wow, and I can see part of the town on the side of the mountain now, right there. Because there are some nice homes up there. I don't know, about 10 years ago I did drive through there and shocked. I did have a friend that lived up there, and he finally moved back to California. He got sick and tired of living out here. And I can see why. There's only in my opinion, only 2 or 3 good restaurants in the whole town. And some of them have gone out of business. So if I still have time, I'm either doing Prairie Schooner or I'm probably leaning towards Texas Roadhouse. That's one of them that, I don't know, when they do it right, it's edible. I haven't had a steak in a while. Yeah, I think that's Francis Peak. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a little white dot on the top of that mountain. That's probably Francis Peak. And they look all the way out to Wendover, so they say, for airplanes. But I have a feeling their radar is not limited to the state line. It goes all the way to California. They're protecting the whole... they're checking who's even flying over the coast from here. Because that's 10,000 foot level up there. And they let us in once, I'd say as kids, we were young adults. But now you can't even get close to it. We got a little tour. I wish I would have, or could have, documented that. My friend was just standing out in front of the door. It opened. A guy came out and he was all friendly. And then my friend started talking to him, and about 5 minutes later, he's like, well, would you like a tour? And these guys stay up there in the wintertime continuously. The only way out of there is helicopter or snowmobile. And I'm sure they get paid really well to run that radar station up there. But I'm pretty sure that's it. So that would be above Farmington. One of those peaks is called Farmington Peak. But not that one, and is Francis Peak. And I just didn't believe their little story, because now it's like they have fencing around. You can't even park near there. You can't even walk up to it anymore since 9/11. And I've only been up there maybe once or twice since 9/11. I was shocked I couldn't get close to it. Because you could go right up to the door and knock on it. Now you can't. Well, it says like, federal installation, or it says something about, it's got a lot of warning signs on it now, and it had none when I was a kid. Good place to go with a 6-pack of beer and crack one open up on top of the peak, and then look out, and then you can see all the way out to Nevada. Wow, look at those colors. It's more spectacular on the phone. That'd be cool if some stars came out. I did see some stars back at home. I was shocked. It's like, who turned all the lights off? There's somebody walking way over there. I guess this is what the people do at night here around here. I'm gonna check if the door's unlocked. Say, hey, don't touch that door. Yeah, maybe I could wait till tomorrow to go eat a steak. But it's sure a steak today would be better than one tomorrow. Steak tonight. I just know everything shuts down here in the next 2 hours, and that's it. That's all she wrote. I do have some food in my fridge here. Oh, and I was gonna get a drink. How stupid. Oh, you know what? I don't even have a bottle opener with me. Which, no problem. I don't know whether to have a Sprite or a Coke. They both sound good. Probably safer here, better off here than going anywhere. I just don't feel like watching TV or anything like that. I wonder if I'm the only one getting bit by mosquitoes out here. Yeah, it'd be cool if that building wasn't there and I could see out towards the lake or towards the sunset. That's the only... If they ever ask me, how was your stay, I'll go, there's a building blocking my view that I'd like to have removed. Oh, and there's no smoking here. They don't allow it. They said it was a smoke-free facility. Those people are probably looking for them. Where's the smoke coming from? We'll find you. We'll find you and take you down. I was wondering if there's other ways to access this area. Because I saw people coming up from over that hill. I wonder if you could drive on the other side. I don't know this area very well anymore. I used to creep around here when I was a kid with my friends, but not lately. See the last of the colors. We even have a magenta there somewhere. Yeah, this place will be open. I don't know, when somebody rents it, it's like a convention thing. Well, the most important thing is the air conditioning's working. But you know what? It wasn't hot today. It's actually been perfect. It was 78 degrees, which to me is nice. I hardly broke a sweat this morning, and then I came back. I don't know why I took a nap, but I've been working every single day for the last 2 weeks. So I thought I'd relax a little bit. There's a plane coming this way, and of course Francis Peak, you can still see it, has that plane on radar. But I know they go out. They can see all the way through Nevada. I suspect, I'd like to talk to maybe someone who works there and say, you guys can see all the way to California. It's not that far. 500-mile range, 600-mile range. They can see at least all the way to the Sierra Nevada mountains from that peak over there. They just have to. There couldn't be a limitation where like, we just looked to Wendover. But I know they were pointing towards Wendover. But I think for defense purposes, I'd say they can cover the whole entire, most of the coast. I'd assume maybe a high mountain range, which would be the Sierra Nevadas, would probably block some of their view. But come on, when you're at 30,000 feet, a plane, they can see it. They can see it coming. And there's another plane. There's a bunch of planes that, I can't even see with my own eyes, but this phone can pick it up. Oh, and I have a new app, too, where I could actually tell you what airline or what airplane that is. And one of these days when I get coordinated, I'll have the other phone in the other hand and I can tell you. It'll tell you even military aircraft, which I thought was weird. Yeah. I don't know what's so photogenic about that building. I think there's stained glass or something on it. Yeah, I stayed here in high school and we had the hugest party. Half the high school, and the high school I went to is like 12 miles away, and somehow one of my friends convinced them that it was the party to go to, and boy, there were so many people in that room. I swear at least 100 people showed up. It was probably the best party I'd ever thrown in my life. And I never did that again as far as telling someone in high school, oh, by the way, we're going to have a party. Because I rented a suite, I had my girlfriend with me. And I thought it was her that maybe told people, but it was one of my so-called old friends. And I don't know, maybe in those days things were so boring without the internet, a lot of people showed up. And the police showed up too. But I didn't get kicked out of the hotel though, so I guess I'm good. The same family owns this place all these years later, and I'm not on the list of do not rent, thankfully. But I was at the time I was working at a hotel, and I just didn't want to go to my work and have a party because that would have probably got me fired for sure. So I came out here and I got a room. I don't know what I paid, probably like $50-$60 in those days. And a lot of beer. I didn't buy a keg or anything, but somebody bought a lot of beer. And then all of these people got in the hot tub and the water poured out. So when they got out, the hot tub had only half amount of water. And I didn't dare tell anybody here that I threw a bashing party. I can't remember, it wasn't homecoming or it wasn't prom night, but it could have been. I don't remember. I remember the year, and I'm not going to tell you guys the year. I don't want to dox my high school. And maybe I'll go live later. As soon as I'm done here, I should go swimming or go. I just don't feel like getting all dressed up, but I'd like to go get a decent meal. Not that I haven't had one, but I just feel like eating a nice, juicy, medium rare steak or something like that. I should have brought. I have a gift card for Texas Roadhouse that I need to use. Just wasn't thinking. I threw all my stuff in the car, raced all the way up here. I've been working for 2 weeks straight. Well, the homes I'm seeing on the side of they call them the benches on the side of the mountain there. look actually better to my eye than it does on here. I wonder if I can zoom in. All those little dots, those are homes. And some of them, the lights will probably go off at some point. It's really grainy. There's somebody out there yelling or talking loud. I don't know if you can hear those people jabbering. I should call the front desk and tell them there's somebody talking too loud. I don't like that. Somebody walking and he's probably talking to his phone. Let's see what it looks like now. It's funny because to me, I don't see any of these colors. I could still see, so the sun, so maybe in Wendover, out of Nevada, they're seeing they're getting their sunset. So California, the sun is just setting. Oh, I shouldn't move so fast, but I'm getting bit by mosquitoes out here. And that sucks. I love their no smoking rule. $250 fine for smoking here. That'd be funny. Did I get the fine? It's a bad habit. Real bad habit. And maybe later tonight I'll take a walk through there and go live. I've got Wi-Fi here. Oh, here comes the guy that's yelping. I can hear him getting closer. I don't know why they'd spend so much money out in the swamp there, but I guess because of this convention center or whatever it's called, that they made it, I don't know, some more pleasant. Because I'm sure when I was a kid, that was just a gully out there. So somebody came in there with excavators, bulldozers, and there's nobody here that's other than the owners, and they're not here tonight. They would know the answer to that. I'm the sole survivor, because that wasn't there. We would have checked it out when I was a kid. That pond was not there. It was probably just a swamp. Is what I'm thinking, or runoff, maybe from the freeway over there. But it was probably just a gully, and somebody decided, hey, let's turn this into a garden and a pond. I like this property, though. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it, but I haven't walked out there. It'd be a shame if I don't do the walk like tomorrow. I might do it after breakfast. Could do it tonight because there's plenty of light. But I'm gonna end this live and go have some fun of some sort. Go eat. Go drive Washington Boulevard. Go drag the Vard like we used to when we were kids. That's what we come up here for. Driving was a big thing. Oops, on the weekends. Well, yeah, on the weekends, whether it was here or Salt Lake City, you had a car, you drove up and down the road. It was before internet. That's how we socialized. And you'd pull up to a car. If you had a high performance car, you'd have a little race maybe, or if there was a bunch of girls in another car, you'd talk to them. It was sort of kind of like American Graffiti. It's the closest thing when they were doing their little drag races and Suzanne Summers drives by. Oops. There's something landed on my arm. I'm sure I got a couple of bites on the back of my ankle. My cankle. So you guys have a good night. Please like and subscribe. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comments. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.